Hear you. All right. Well, welcome. I want to get a photo for our online Facebook group and Instagram. So everybody, hands up. Let's hear you. All right. So we're going to do a little live stream here. So Jackie and Elisa are going to go ahead and get started just as Greg and I talk for a couple of minutes. So I want to do a little experiment, and that involves everybody just standing up real quick. Yeah, don't spill your drink or your popcorn. All right. So if you have never seen Gentlemen Prefer Blondes on the big screen, please stay standing. If you've seen Gentlemen Prefer Blondes on the big screen, go ahead and have a seat. Wow, look at all you people who've never seen Gentlemen Prefer Blondes on the big screen. We got some GPB virgins in the house. All right, so just out of curiosity, how many of you have never seen a Marilyn Monroe film that are still standing? This is your very first time seeing a Marilyn Monroe film.
It's me. It's me.
So you're seeing your very first Marilyn Monroe film tonight. All right, let's welcome them to the group. Well, thank you for joining us to see Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. So I've seen a lot of people taking pictures tonight as part of the tour and here at the theater. So if you're posting your photos on social media, please hashtag Marilyn Monroe 55th, 55TH, and then also Real Marilyn Monroe, hashtag Real Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe 55th, TH. So that way we can see your pictures. So thank you again, everybody, for joining us. And also, if you hadn't noticed, we also put a Snapchat filter online for tonight's festivities. I know, I just saw some people go, Snapchat. Do you need a couple minutes? All right. All right, so I want to welcome you again to our showing of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and I'm going to turn it over now to Greg Schreiner, who is the president and founding member of Marilyn Remember.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. He is unbelievably fabulous. He has done so much, I can't tell you, so much to make us all happy. Thank you, Scott. As well as many others that we will acknowledge at another time. Well, tonight is a very exciting night for all of you because there's nothing like seeing Marilyn on the big screen. She really, really comes alive, and I think this has got to be one of her most amazing roles, and it's one of the most colorful films she ever made. And I think it's the film that really sort of cemented in the public's eye the roles that she was going to have for a while, because it was the dumb blonde who isn't really dumb after all. And this is sort of an image she had to carry with her through most of the rest of her career. It was good for her in a way, but then it also was a curse in a way, too. And she tried to break away from the mold. But I think you'll agree this is just one hell of a great film. It's funny all the way through, and it's holding up as well as it did back in the 1950s when it was appearing. I wanted to just mention to you a few things about the film. It has amazing music in it. It was written by Julie Stein. And, of course, we know the most famous of all of her songs is in this movie, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. And it's a classic of all time. It also has incredible costumes by William Trevilla, who was coming to his own with her, and he continued for many years with her on her other pictures. And it also has great choreography by Jack Cole, who really did amazing work in this film with the people. We were very lucky to have two members of our club in this particular film. One of them was Ron Nyman, who appears in the Bye Bye Baby sequence right behind Marilyn. He's no longer with us. And also our other member, George Chikaris, who appears in the Diamonds number. We had invited George to be with us tonight. Regrettably, something came up at the last minute. He was unable to be here. But he assures me that he will be here on Saturday morning for the memorial. So any of you are coming to that, you will definitely get to meet George at that time. If you don't know who George is, watch West Side Story, because he won the Academy Award for that as Best Supporting Actor. He's an amazing guy. Yeah. And just to let you know, George appeared in 3 of Marilyn's films, not only Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, but also How to Marry a Millionaire, and There's No Business Like Show Business. So you'll see George 3 times. This is before he was famous. He was just an extra at that time as a dancer. But he did ask me if I would share just a couple stories of him working on the set of this picture. He was very shy because he had really not made any movies yet. And so he was telling another fellow dancer how he would love to get a kiss from Marilyn, but he was too shy. So his friend went over to Marilyn, who was having lunch nearby, and said, well, that dancer would really love to have you kiss him. She said, well, I'm not going to do it unless he comes to me. Well, George said, I just couldn't. I was too shy. So he said, I regretted that all my life. I never got the kiss I should have gotten. I know. He also mentioned working with Jack Cole was really difficult because Jack was very hard on the dancers, almost to the extent of being a little sadistic. But when it came to Marilyn, Jack was a lamb. He adored her, and he totally never yelled at her and worked very hard with her. So two sides to the same choreographer, indeed. Also, I want to just point out, if you don't know this, and maybe you already do, you'll see in the swimming sequence, there's a big sequence in the swimming pool with a lot of male dancers dressed up as bodybuilders, and also Jane Russell singing, Anyone Here for Love. And in it, there's one scene where a dancer flies over her into the pool and knocks her into the water. That was not planned. That was not supposed to happen. But it came out so beautifully, they left it in the film. So when you see her look surprised and shocked going in the water, she was. There was no intention of that happening. So if you didn't know that story, I think it's a good one. So I think we are ready to watch an amazing film together, and how better than a room full of people who love Marilyn. Oh boy!